Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to whatever you want to call this. And it was necessary. It was due. It was pertinent. That's what it was. Tried Busy Bees for the first time last week, and thought it needed to be reviewed. Thought we needed to sit down and take an in-depth look and talk about it. And hopefully, I didn't bust all this up. I stopped short, like Frank Costanza.
Everybody knows. I stopped short
On the way here. So if I absolutely destroyed this, my ranch dressings are intact. That's a good sign. That's not on Busy Bees. That's on me. For those that care about this kind of thing, this beverage of choice today, what I'm drinking is the Poppy Doc Pop soda. I mentioned this, I don't know, in something else a couple weeks ago, and somebody was like, Poppy's trash. Listen, Poppy as a whole is not what I'm advocating. What I am telling you is that this Doc Pop, like on a healthy option scale, this thing's about as close to Dr. Pepper as I could ask for, and therefore, it's a W to me. Little background. Talked with the owner last week. Families from Massachusetts, possibly Boston area, Massachusetts, Hidden Valley Ranch. And been down here about 9 years or so. Restaurant really just opened. They've only been open a couple weeks officially. And they are located on Cashua Street, right beside Sauce Limon, in between that and Del May, in the old Bargain Bins location. And I'm going to throw their menu up right here so you can pause it if you need to take a look at that. It is a diverse menu. All I got on here is fried onions and cheese. So here's the deal. For one, the amount of steak that's packed in here is in line with what a cheesesteak is supposed to be. Okay. Secondly, texture, that is the tenderness of the steak, is excellent. The fried onions are good. Fried onions are pretty basic. It's kind of hard to not do that right, so they're fine. The flavor on the meat's about middle of the road. The cheese is lacking. The cheese to meat ratio on a cheesesteak should be like 60-40. 60% meat, 40% cheese. A cheesesteak's supposed to have a lot of cheese. And the amount on here is like the cheese is actually not detectable. You know it's there because the meat sticks together. And the cheese is provolone, which I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Provolone would be a go-to for me. But if they had Cooper Sharp available, that's what I definitely would have gotten. So now let me make my wild statement to y'all. Don't know how you're going to take it. And then I want to talk through this thing just a little bit. Bold, outlandish statement. I'm going to say to date, this is going to be my personal favorite cheesesteak that I've had. Mind you, there could be one out there lurking that I've never had. If you got a cheesesteak, tell me about your cheesesteak. I like cheesesteaks. And if you got one, I want to know about it. To date, this is going to be my favorite that I've had that's on a regular menu, because I have had another one that was a special. This is my favorite that I've had to date in Florence County, right here. So if I want one, this is probably where I'm going to go right now. Is it perfect? No, but none of them locally are. Each cheesesteak has something different that it has as a strong suit or strong quality. I think that the cheese to meat ratio that I mentioned at Stefano's is, I think, the best around, the best that I've seen. I think that the flavor of SC Real Foods is really good. Red Bone Alley's actually got a good thing going on their menu now with a cheesesteak. I only had it once. I need to try it again. They got something good going too, though. But the construction on this one, with the exception of the bread, which everybody's pretty much dealing with that, I think top tier for Florence. If I could get the construction, tenderness of the meat, the onions from here, with the flavor of SC Real Foods cheesesteak, with a good cheese to meat ratio, that means very cheesy, like Stefano's usually is, and give me Cooper Sharp cheese. If y'all are listening, Busy Bees, I'm not in the business of telling people how to run their business, but if I were asked my opinion, which I have not been, get some Cooper Sharp cheese in the building and start putting that on these. I'm telling you. And probably at least double the amount of cheese. I can't imagine that these are not going to fly off the shelf. Maybe I'm wrong. If you do that, I'm probably at least eating 2 a month. This construction, I'm not even going to ask you for more. I mean, look at that. You've got something that can compete pretty much anywhere across the country. I'm not saying it's going to be on that level, but you got something that could legitimately hold its weight in any conversation at that point. I believe that. The only area that would guarantee we couldn't really step fully into that conversation is the bread, which nobody here is doing. I've talked about it at length. I'm not going to dwell on it today. Florence as a whole is not really emphasizing that area, albeit Positano's does have a hard roll, and Chibo's is baking their own bread freshly in-house. It's not a hard roll, but it is fresh, which is also a huge bonus. So, things are happening. Takeaway, this is probably, definitely, currently my go-to cheesesteak right now, this one. Not saying that I wouldn't want to mix it up, and I've definitely got to circle back to Red Bone again, but I like this. This is on the right track. This is not your typical what you find in Florence cheesesteak right here. Very good. Real quick reminder before we get out of here, I got to remind y'all, because I don't know how many of you even know this, that once this channel hits 5,000 subscribers, we are going to give away $1,000 in gift cards to locally owned restaurants in Florence. The only criteria is you must be a member of the Facebook group. If you're watching this and you're asking what Facebook group, then that means you're probably not a part of it. That's the only criteria. You don't even have to be subscribed to the channel. You just need 5,000 other people to do it. But we're going to double that up. As a matter of fact, once my Facebook account, where I release a lot of this content on, also hits 5,000 followers, we're going to give away another round of $1,000 worth of gift cards, maybe to the same places. Maybe we'll mix it up. Maybe we'll do $20, $50 cards. Maybe we'll do $10, $100 cards per. Have not decided that yet. But once both accounts hit 5,000 followers or subscribers individually, we are going to do away $1,000 value of gift cards to local restaurants per account. And just so you know where that stands now, the YouTube channel is currently at about 3,026 as of the time of this recording subscribers. And I don't know where Facebook's at, but it's less than 2,000. With that being said, y'all go check out Busy Bees. They've got something cooking over there. They may have to get their feet under them and all that. That's fine. I'm a grace guy, especially having been in the business, understanding, you got to get it sorted out. They definitely are working with something over there. Y'all go check them out. As always, appreciate y'all tuning in. God willing. See you on the next one.